back. You're listening to What's the Hazard? It is Friday, March 10th. We've been discussing the similarities between parenting and managing. And again, John Rosemond is a psychologist, child psychologist, author, and he has a weekly syndicated column in the Omaha World-Herald that we read religiously. And so I'm just sharing some information from John's column in an attempt to try to communicate some of those similarities between parenting and managing, almost identical in some instances. So number two, story time number 2, how does an adult earn a child's respect? Likewise, how does a manager earn an employee's respect? Okay, just substitute the words manager for adult and employee for child, okay? A child that demonstrates respect for an adult by willingly, that is in the absence of threat or promise, paying attention to and doing what this adult tells him to do. An adult demonstrates respect for a child by calmly communicating the expectation that he is to pay attention and do what he is told. Okay? I mean, we talk about this pretty regularly when we talk about communication, clear and concise expectations, and I think offered in a calm manner. And so I think when we talk about leadership, likewise as we talk about parenting here, those similarities are glaring to me, and I think should be obvious. I'm going to go on and continue reading from John's column. Children need adults they can depend upon. Let's substitute. Employees need managers they can depend upon. They need managers who earn their respect. Some adults, unfortunately, believe they deserve the respect of the children in their care, that it is their natural due. Said adults are often found becoming enraged at children who do not give that to which they feel entitled. Others, I suspect, confuse being respected with being liked. They often wonder why, given the sincerity of their efforts to be likable, their children don't obey them. The fact is, I can like you and not really respect you. Likewise, I can fail to find you likable, but can respect you nonetheless. Wow, this is a huge topic in the work environment, okay? Your child needs to respect and obey. If there are days when he doesn't like you, oh well, that will pass too. Why would an authentic adult who is taking proper and steadfast care of business on a child's behalf worry if said child doesn't seem to like him on Wednesday or even Thursday, Friday, or whatever, or even for several weeks running? This is interesting because, you know, this desire to be liked by our employees, or this need to be liked. My buddy Aaron Cerrone talks about this. Managers who get results are not always the managers who are so desperate to be liked by their employees. In fact, you know, when their leadership is looking at effectiveness, you know, the managers that get results are typically the managers that are retained and rewarded. And the managers that, you know, everybody likes them, but they're not getting results aren't going to last very long. So this desire to be liked by employees, while I get it, I consider myself a people pleaser in many respects. I want people to like me, I think, or at least I used to. I don't worry about that quite as much as I used to. But it used to be important to me, but that kind of undermines the whole process of earning and getting respect oftentimes, you know. Being liked isn't the objective here. If that's a byproduct of our relationship with our employees, great. And if it's not, that's okay. One of my sons used to tell me all the time when he was little and I would do something that upset him or didn't, you know, he would say something like, I don't like you, Daddy. And I would tell him, you know what, I've got plenty of friends, man. I don't need you as a friend. You're my son, and, you know, you're going to do what I ask you to do. And so it kind of comes full circle with our employees. I think, you know, we certainly want their respect. We want their obedience. But if our driver is being liked by our employees, I think that is going to undermine our authority and undermine our position in this relationship. So once again, that's just food for thought from John Rosemond, syndicated columnist, child psychologist. Check him out in the World Herald or wherever your publications come from. And I know that he's written a number of books, but to me, the amazing thing is how tightly correlated his parenting advice is to managing employees. So something to think about. Have a great weekend, and I'll be back with more John Rosemond in the near future. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.